Guys, I'm not letting you make average cheese boards this holiday season, so here's a few tips and tricks on how to cut and style cheese. Starting with manchego, we're going to cut those ends off because they are wax and we don't want people to eat the outside. Then I'm going to do my best to cut this into even slices, and here's the first way to style it, which is the fan out method. So cute, this is how I prefer to do them. Or you can do the zipper method, which is just stacking them every which way. So cute. Next, with your brie round, you could make a cutout out of this, but I'm going to cut it up like pie style. So I have a bunch of little triangles, and I'll show you the two methods that I use to style brie. First is going to be this little fan situation similar to the manchego. Second is going to be a brie river, which is just stacking them like this, and you can make it into a little swirly pattern. Next, we have an aged Gouda. You're going to want to cut the outsides off of this too because that is also wax. You're going to cut it up from the thickest part to the thinnest part, and I like presenting it like this, but you can also break it up into crumbles. It's pretty easy to crumble just with your hands since it is a mature cheese. After we get those all crumbled up into a pile, we have our aged cheddar. Similarly, we're just going to break this up with our hands, but if you wanted to use a knife, you totally can do that as well. And lastly, for our goat cheese, I'm going to cover this in fresh edible flowers. It is just such a nice touch, totally elevates your whole board. And now let's all arrange these into a cheese board. I am going to space them out on the board. Usually I don't like when the cheeses touch each other, so I'm going to make sure that they are all in their own little spaces. I'm showcasing the brie in two ways here. Next, we're going to add a ramekin of whatever jam we want. I'm using some chili fig. Go in with your crackers of choice, and then we're really just filling in the gaps here. So I'm going to put some fresh grapes, green olives for that pop of color, dried apricots, garnishing with some sage and more fresh edible flowers. And there you go, happy cheese board making!